Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Exciting time. The 2020 election is upon us. We are going to get down and dirty and talk about all the exciting things that are going to happen tomorrow. Well, as you know, this decision has already been made. We're just going to play catch up and be fed the more nonsense, fed more lies, and get caught up into all of these distractions going into this big election time. Now, I don't care whether you're on the blue team, whether you're on the red team, or the white team, or the yellow team. None of this honestly matters. To be completely transparent with you, I've never voted in my entire life. I have not a political person at all. There is something that we have to understand with politics, and there are many layers to all of this. Yes, this decision tomorrow is going to affect all of us. There is not a doubt in my mind about that. Yes, there is going to be major changes going to happen to all of these events that are going to either create more restriction or more freedom. Now, you might be under the impression that a certain team or a certain color is going to represent freedom or represent less restriction in all the ways that they are telling you through the commercials, through the ads, through the propaganda. All of this is merely there are way bigger people than just what we would call the president that are making the decisions. And I want each of you to understand that there's going to be even more changes as we all go through this great awakening. That's what's really going on. We are shifting our consciousness right now from a third dimensional material-based consciousness into a heart-centered consciousness that is all about love. Now, let me ask you this question. Who do you think is more loving? Right? Will you think Trump is more loving, or do you think Biden? It's what this really comes down to, right? Let's get rid of all the agendas and all of that, just as a genuine human being, right? We cannot deny the fact that these are human beings, and they are being worshipped to some degree in order to get this power, to get this status that they are achieving. Now, we cannot deny that. However, all we can do is judge the vibe. What type of vibe are they putting out? What type of energy when you hear the name Trump or when you hear the name Biden? Like, what does that mean to you? Right? Go beyond all of the agendas that are going to get you fixed on some emotion where you can create change. No. We know that there are some deep, dark things that are being straight up. Now, the question is, if you put your energy into anything outside of yourself, that is the trap right there. Boom, we've already lost altogether. As soon as you put your power into somebody else, whether they're your political leader, whether they're your religious leader, whether they're your friend, foe, it doesn't matter. Anything outside of yourself is only going to cause you to go backwards on your spiritual journey. We need to understand that everything is energy. It's all perfect. Doesn't matter whether it's red, doesn't matter whether it's blue. Now, interesting enough, you notice they're boarding up the windows. They are preparing for riots, in LA, in Washington, and all over. There's going to be chaos. There's going to be destruction. There's going to be some big changes that people aren't going to be happy with. And whether it's red or blue, change is coming. It's inevitable. Now, people get stuck in their comforts. People get stuck in wanting the same things over and over again. I want to just make a clear point that we haven't had a 4-year term president in quite some time. Just think about that fact alone, right? It's been, 3, 4 presidents, right, that have served 8 years, right? 2 terms. So this is the new trend. This is, quote unquote, the new normal, right? So I just want to throw that out there because there's a lot of things that are leading up to this event that you already know what's going to happen without getting into some debate, without getting into some argument, whether it's the blue or the red. It does not matter. What matters is, are you pursuing your spiritual journey? Are you going within and really uncovering the truth? It's all right here. You don't need anything outside of yourself. As soon as we make the mistake of putting our power into somebody else, we've lost. Remember, every time you get caught in that trap of thinking that there's going to be change or something is going to happen in your favor because some president is going to make it happen, we have lost the game. So, my question to all of you, shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm seeing you right now. Shout out to everybody expanding their cup right now, doing that inner work, because you know this is the most important thing. You know this is just a distraction. You know there is dark reptilian energy coming through, whether you like it or not. You know there are things happening beneath the veil that are this, whether you like it or not. All you can do is focus on going within. Focus on the light. Focus on the love. Focus on the positivity. Now, people are going to get so upset tomorrow. People are going to get crazy. It's going to be violent. It's going to be aggressive. And this always happens. Why? Because you cannot please everybody. We are a divided state, a divided country, a divided union for a reason. That was done on purpose. Think about this. This is much deeper than some election. The entire, what we would call democracy, even though it's not a democracy, the entire government, the entire system is already rigged. It's already fixed. Doesn't matter what your opinion is. It doesn't matter. That's why we're at the point where we're boarding up windows and preparing for destruction instead of preparing for peace and love and joy and feeding one another and just loving and hugging and sharing each other as human experiences. No. That's too complex. That's too simple. Now, what we have to understand is this is going to happen. There will be a decision. It doesn't matter what you think or who you voted for, honestly. What matters is are you falling for that trap? Are you going to invest all of this energy into something that means absolutely? That's what the question is. Are you going to meditate tomorrow? Whether it's blue or red. Are you going to do your spiritual practice? Are you going to get up and do the same exact thing? Of course you are. It's not going to be some huge, dramatic shift of energy, no matter what you might think. Now, I want to go into some interesting topics here about Trump in particular, and then we'll get into Biden. There's been a lot of talk in the spiritual community about Trump being some savior. I've seen it in the Christian faith and religion. I've seen it in a lot of people that are holding Trump to some high pedestal, some standard that he's supposed to expose the elites and the cabal and the pedophiles and the corruption, all of this dark stuff, right? And I want you to understand that Trump isn't doing anything. You are doing it. I am doing it. We, the people, have the power. We, the people, will always have the power. You are bringing the awareness. You are exposing the elites. You are raising your vibration. One person will take the credit because his voice is bigger than yours. His power is bigger than yours. He's stronger, more amplified, right? He's got the pedestal. He's got the microphone. He's got the stage. Now, all you need to do is focus on yourself and understand that it doesn't matter. We cannot put anybody on a pedestal. We can't put anything outside of ourselves to that extent. Otherwise, we are just as bad as them. We are just as bad as everybody else, and we are no longer going to grow. We are going to get trapped in that darkness if we do not choose love, choose the light. I've seen so many stories about Trump being the savior, Trump exposing, talking about new things. And look at the duality. You have to think about what the government does best. What did they do best through this entire political system? Divide and conquer. That's it. It's the same primal Napoleon. I mean, go as far back as you want. It doesn't matter. It's the same technique. Divide and conquer. So the division is already here. Do you honestly think that Trump or any one person, I don't care who it is, what president or what country, do you think one person can bring all of these billions of people together? Now, it's going to take a lot more than just one person to bring that union. Wouldn't you agree? There's so much happening and so many complex variables that one person cannot even understand, let alone have that team, the family, the unity grow and prosper into something that is actually tangible. So there's really no need to put all of that energy outside of yourself anyway. The only thing that you need to do is choose love. Now, what is the most loving choice? What is the thing that's going to bring you the most fulfillment to your soul? Everybody wants to get in the drama and get emotional and talk about red, blue, who's going to win, me versus you. Don't you see, this is duality. This is the matrix. This is the fear that we've been in for ages now. That's what the Great Awakening is all about, getting out of the fear, going through it. The only way to do that is to have love and compassion in your heart. That's it. I can't do that for you. You have to do that. Nobody outside of yourself can create that for you. There are infinite possibilities. I want you to know that I'm going to be meditating tomorrow, whether it's red or blue. I'm going to be having my vegan food. I'm going to be going through and immersing myself in nature, going deeper into self-reliance, right? Because I can guarantee you change is coming, and I don't want to depend on any system. No matter how attractive or what they're selling, it does not matter. What matters is, are you cultivating that love from within? Are you going deeper into your spiritual path? Are you going deeper into your next level of consciousness? That's what really matters. Everything else, especially this election, is just a distraction. It's just a waste of time. And I know I'm going to offend so many people, and at the same time, the people that get it, you know exactly what I'm saying. That's what I'm here for. There is no coincidences. You are here for a reason. The fact that you clicked on this video, you already know what's going to happen. It does not matter. There are countless souls right now that are putting so much energy and so much attention into this election, into the red or the blue. Hey, which team are you on? Are you pro-vax? Are you anti-vax? Oh my gosh. Whoa. You got to remember that common sense left. They do what they do best, divide and conquer. They've created a division amongst us fellow brothers and sisters right here, this big spiritual family that we should be living as one. They have created that division, and they're going to supply the solution at the same time and pretend that they are here for your Savior and pretend that they have the answers. It does not matter. You have to remember that they're only going to give you more greed, more lust, more lower vibrational energies, because no one can put out energy that is higher than their own vibration. How are we supposed to anchor into higher consciousness when our president is lower consciousness? It's just not possible. And that's no judgment like we're better or us versus them. I'm just saying, think about somebody who is already high vibe, already in that expanded version of their light. Think about that. That's the true energy. That's the true conduit of light that we should be putting our attention and focus into. Not some system that is creating the agenda and creating the problem in the first place and trying to sell you on some technique that is just going to create even more unhappiness and more separation. Unfortunately, that is the truth. Now, only the chosen ones are going to get it. Only the people who are here to be the shepherds are going to understand this message. Now, let me know in the comment section right now. Are you the chosen one? I am the shepherd. Let me know. Do you feel me? I am the shepherd. Type it in. Are you ready? Are you answering this call? I am the shepherd. We cannot fall through the corral any longer and get caught in this dance. The dance that is pulling us into the matrix, pulling us into this lower vibration through all of these advances in technology, all these promises of a cleaner world and a better life are empty. Every single one of them. Nobody can bring that to you. Nobody but yourself. That is it. I know you're ready. I see it. I am the shepherd. You are ready to lead people through your own light and your own love. The real change happens right here. Right here within your heart. When you activate this kundalini, when you get this heart chakra open, when you start meditating, when you start eating the clean food, when you start having this vibrant source of energy, it won't matter at all who is president. It doesn't matter what's going on outside of your own house, let alone the world or the state or any other thing or that's going on. You need to go back into the small communities. Focus on real change, feeding people, loving people, simple, small steps here. We are not going to get this big change. Just think about the democracy in itself. Do you honestly think that the voting system even works? The electoral vote, the electoral college, everything has changed. It is not the good old times of 1776 anymore when our Bill of Rights was created, right? When our entire system was created. This is a very different time that we are living in, and these political events mean absolutely nothing. They have zero value. The only value they bring is for the people who are going to get caught up in that race. If they genuinely feel like they are doing something good, then by all means, keep going. I'm not saying they're bad people. What I'm saying is the real energy should be spent right here on the heart, activating higher consciousness, going deeper into your practice, going deeper into what it means to be spiritual. The opposite is getting caught in the ego, getting caught in our body, getting caught in the identification of our thoughts and that everything is going to happen by somebody else doing it, when in reality, the only change that can happen is by you. You are the shepherd. You are the chosen one. You have to create that change so other people can follow by your leadership. Not someone on a pedestal telling you there's going to be this amazing progression of technology or we're going to build more in USA. I mean, all of these are empty promises. No one is exposing the elite. You are exposing the elite. The only reason why I really wanted to talk about this election is because this has gone beyond political events. It no longer matters what's going on in our economy, or our environmental systems. This has now come right front and center into every household. Every single person has an opinion now because of the current outbreak, the current coronavirus pandemic that we are in. Everybody has an opinion because they want to have safety. They want to have security. This is the very primal needs that need to be met within all of us. This is our root chakra. This is what needs to happen before we can do higher consciousness. And you'll notice that that divide and conquer works so well that it is action. They are giving away their freedoms, giving away all of their desire in exchange for that false safety and that false security. I want you to know that the only thing that can be secure is your own heart. Nature has everything that we need. We don't have to leave anywhere. We don't need to go anywhere. All you need to do is go back into nature. That's it. I honestly think that we should hire some tribe in South America or some indigenous culture. We should go into their thing and elect them to take over our entire country, because they would be better than what's going to happen tomorrow, that's for sure. And you'll notice, how do we even get to this point, right? You ever ask yourself, like, oh, all of a sudden it's November, and it's like, it's the lesser of two evils, right? By the way, Kanye is still running, right? I mean, Kanye is could win it tomorrow, for all we know, right? I mean, it's a big cosmic joke. It's a big distraction. That's it. That's the key word at the end of the day. If you take away anything from this, just know anybody that's getting into a political debate with you, anybody that's asking you to vote for Trump or go blue, pro-vax, anti-vax, they are not confident in their own beliefs. They are not secure in their own body. They are stuck in fear, and they want you to come down to their vibration. They're going to do this over and over again until you justify what they're saying and what they're doing. Hey, why don't you care about this? Why don't you care about wearing masks? Why don't you care about helping our community, right? They're going to have all of these excuses, when in reality, all of it is just wasted energy. Every single ounce. Let's take all of that energy, let's take all of that light, all of that love, and bring it right back within. That's what we really need to do here. When you do that, we all meditate together. On election day, we should just have a global meditation. That's what it really should be. November 3rd should be Global Meditation Day. That's what really should happen. I'm going to be meditating extra to really hone in on this higher consciousness tomorrow, because the vibration is all over the place. Chaos is happening. Fear is running rampant, and this was all planned. This was all happened for a reason. Think about how the coronavirus started in the first place, how all of this happened at such particular timing. Remember, there are no coincidences. There are no accidents. We are way past that in 2020. Now, preparing you into this shift, if we go Team Blue, if Biden wins, we're going to get restricted. There's going to be complete faith in this scientism, in this idea that you are going from some chemical, some vaccine. And I've already said too much. Honestly, this live stream is probably going to get deleted and take it down, because I've already said too many keywords. So I want to really go deep here and talk about the new earth that we are creating here, and how that is completely separate from what's happening on this political stage. Understand that the new earth is happening with your labor, with my labor. Trump isn't going to pick up a hammer or a saw and build anything, right? I don't see Biden doing anything either. No judgment against them as human beings, because I have nothing but unconditional love. What I'm saying is the new earth is going to be built by we the people. That's what it always has been. That's where the power has always been, right here. We the people, not the 1%. Remember, you, the 99%, us, We are going to create the change. This revolution will not be televised. It's just that simple. Getting in tune with this higher consciousness involves you understanding that all of this is a distraction. This is some deep reptilian wealthy decisions that are being made right now that go way beyond just environmental and political and what's happening in our economy. That is nothing to them. They have bigger fish to fry. As you know, the president is just a puppet. The president is just a figure, a mask for all of this system, right? Now, I want you to know that all of this faith needs to cultivate with what you would call God, what you would call the universe, Jesus, Yahshua, Krishna. What is that energy? What is that spiritual thing? What is that thing that you are connecting to? Are you connecting beyond your body into higher dimensions? Because it's all a distraction. It's all an illusion. Remember, it does not matter. Choose love. Everything that comes down to this involves you choosing the higher road, which involves higher consciousness. Not the matrix and getting caught in more fear and more separation with our fellow brothers and sisters right here on planet Earth. Everything is going to be okay. Everything is going to actually be more than okay when you're living in that self-love and full self-reliance. You shouldn't have any dependency on anything outside of yourself in all aspects of life. Mental, physical, spiritual. Even the money that you earn, everything that you're doing in your life should be focused and revolved around you and your life's purpose and unlocking the greatest gift in life, which is right here within your heart. That's it. We do not need to complicate it any more than that. I have nothing but compassion for all the people that are stuck in the matrix, living in this fear, living in this separation consciousness. Remember, we are all one. We are all here to create the change, not somebody else outside of ourselves. You and I are going to create that change. You and I are already creating the change. We cannot give our energy to anything outside of ourselves. Anybody. No, nobody. Come on now. Now let me know what you think is curious in the comment section right now, in the chat right now. Do you think there's going to be a crazy riot, chaos when Trump wins and people are going to be so angry? Honestly, there's no other word to describe it, because remember what happened last time. People were angry, people were right. People are going to be even more frustrated, even more upset. We know what he's really all about. We know what's really going on behind the veil. Or do you think Biden's going to win and there's going to be peace and serenity and forming union and bonds and higher technologies and cleanliness through a vaccine and through this solution, right? Blue and red, white, yellow, green, I don't even care what color it is. What matters is, are you getting to the next level? Are you anchoring in this higher consciousness? Everything comes down to you tapping into the most highest high, which is already right here within your heart. That's it. Do not fall for the trap. That is it. And I know you, the light worker, you, the shepherd, are already going through the high road. You are already going through, paving the way for people to understand that it's all rigged anyway. So why not just have some fun and meditate and go deeper into the light and deeper into the love? We need to anchor in this fifth dimension, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a huge wrench that is getting thrown right now, and we have to combat what is going to happen, because this effect is going to happen, and it's going to affect all of us whether we like it or not. Whether it's red or blue, whether it's independent, none of this matters. Now, if Kanye wins, we're going to have another reality, right? I'm just kidding. All of this is just a big cosmic joke to me, everybody. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I hope you are as lighthearted as I am, and you're feeling light, and you're feeling full of love and energy, and you're not so tense, because the restriction is only created through our own knowledge. You need to be more expansive. Expand your cup. Go into that higher consciousness. Do not make the mistake that everything is going to happen and create that change on the outside. You already know the true change happens from within. The true change happens from within, and we are just the mirror. We are just reflecting this consciousness back into the world through our own eyes. And I don't know about you, I want to see nothing but rainbows and waterfalls and people loving life. That's the potential. It's already here. Doesn't matter whether there's a vaccine. Doesn't matter whether there's an agenda being played out. It doesn't matter what's happening on the outside at all. That's just the matrix. That's just lure after lure getting you into the control, going deeper into fear, trying to suck you in. That's it. They're going to use all of these justifications, all of these key words, all of these marketing tactics in order to lure you into the most indecisive decision to convince you that this is right or wrong. It's always duality. You'll notice there's always an opinion that is going to be opposite of somebody else's opinion. Always. Now, what is beyond that opinion? What is solid? You are. Your soul. When you awaken that soul, when you go deep into the infinite self, which is already within you, you cannot go back. That light is brighter than any light you have ever seen. That love is deeper than anything you've ever felt. It is time to taste that nectar. It is so sweet. Now, there is a big shift happening. I want to reassure each and every one of you that there is nothing except for love and growth and expansion happening when your heart chakra is open, when you are in tune with this higher consciousness. All of this comes down to your ability about anchoring into the most high of high, loving yourself, and the cosmic nectar, the fruits of your own labor, not anybody else's. Remember, if you feel stuck, if you've ever get overwhelmed, if there's anything that is making you feel like this isn't good in your life, let go, surrender, and repeat. Your guides are always there. The angels are always watching. You cannot be separated from them. You are already one. We are all one. And I want to let you know that there is a private group that you can join called my Inner Circle group right here at the Infinite Cup. I know a lot of censorship is happening. To get around the censorship, to talk to people that are already on the spiritual path, we would love to have you. In the description of this video, you will find the link to my Patreon page. Through my Patreon page, you will find the way to access the Signal app. That's how we communicate 24/7 on an encrypted private server. It's awesome. This is the best way to get around the censorship that is happening. Really talk about the truth. This video will probably get deleted and removed, just like my other YouTube videos. I tried not to say too many keywords, but honestly, this one will probably get removed. There's a lot of other things that I want to talk about that I just cannot talk about here because this algorithm is so powerful now. The censorship is real. So if you feel like you want to take your journey to the next level, you want to join the High Vibe Tribe, you want to join other people on the spiritual path, click the link in the video. You will find my Patreon page. Then you can get access to the Signal app where we are waiting for you. We would love to be a part of your journey. I want to let you know that I love each and every one of you. And until next time, guys, I'm out. Infinite love, infinite peace.